Angela, do you have a favorite cinematic dancer?
Oh, totally Patrick Swayze.
Oh, that's so good.
Yes. I mean, I grew up with that Dirty Dancing. Oh my gosh. I would practice those steps in my living room. I wanted to
Yes.
so bad be baby. And I love that soundtrack. I played it all, oh my God, constantly. We had it on record. And I think even about that time, maybe cassettes they were coming out.
Yep.
But I mean, Cynthia Rhodes, I mean, watching her, I mean, she was just amazing. I was like, I wish I could, yeah, but definitely Patrick Swayze would.
I love that answer. Jeff, how about you? I feel like you don't have an answer, but surprise
Well,
me.
I'll surprise you. I'll surprise you with an Amber Lewis answer. I'll
Ooh, you're
take
gonna have
two.
like three.
No, no, it's got to be Ren McCormick, 1984's Footloose,
Yes.
Kevin Bacon. But if because Ren had all the moves, but I'll tell you the moves I really enjoyed. Jennifer Beals, Flashdance.
Yeah.
Yes.
What a
So
feeling.
what
I was
it,
I was
it was a
straight
feeling,
up
Angela.
I was straight up an adult before I learned that they were strippers. I thought they just were exotic.
She's a maniac.
I was so naive. So, of course, I have many answers to this question, but for me, in terms of like all over talent with acting, dancing, singing, and directing, my favorite is Gene Kelly.
Oh wow, you went
Yeah.
classic.
I
That's
did.
It
good. That's a
went
good
back.
answer.
Yeah.
He makes me so happy. So,
Mhm.
speaking of dancing, though, let's talk about a film by Taylor Hackford, his 1985 underrated film, White Nights. Welcome to the A Film By podcast. I'm Amber Lewis,
I'm Jeff Johnson.
I'm Angela Norris.
and we are going back to the dance studio for this film. Listeners may remember our Black Swan episode from earlier this year, and now we are revisiting another dance film, Taylor Hackford's White Nights, starring dance legends Mikhail Baryshnikov and Gregory Hines. Friends, I've got some trivia for you about Taylor Hackford. This was fun because I did not know hardly anything about him. But he joins our list of directors that have also directed music videos. He directed the music video for Against All Odds by Phil Collins, and he also directed that film. And then the Oscar-winning song for this film, Lionel Richie's "Say You, Say Me."
Wait, he directed it?
hmm Directed
Okay,
both
cool.
videos, and kind of became known for like his movie had the big hit song with it. He was kind of that guy for a while, but then he deliberately kind of steered away from it. He was like, I was tired of being that guy.
I think that was a mistake because when he stopped being that guy, he just kind of fell off the radar a little bit, I think.
Yes. The
Yeah.
80s were definitely his heyday, I think.
Yeah. I looked through his filmography just because just to be familiar with him. But since you brought up Against All Odds, I actually watched that for the first time last summer. Love the song, have always loved the song. So I knew the song well before the story, and I was so disappointed by the movie.
What?
I'm like, the song
Wait,
was
were you
much
both
better.
nodding your heads?
I love Jeff Bridges.
Yes.
Love Jeff Bridges. But I wanted to stop watching the movie, but I finished it to completion because I wanted to have a truth. And I was just like, that is a one and done. And the song is definitely a lot better.
Right? Just enjoy the song.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
fine.
Yeah. So I was like, don't get me started on Rachel Ward.
Oh, come on.
I know. I have lots of opinions.
This is gonna be a
Thornbird,
long night for me.
I know. I grew up with Thornbirds with my mom. I got, watched,
Right?
I
Like the
recognized her.
Thornbirds is like the outlier, but the rest
Yeah,
of
but
her
that movie,
filmography.
I just like, oh my God, was this it? Was this it? Was this the best at this time? Okay. Okay. I get it. Yeah.
All right, well, let's swerve and talk about a better actress. Taylor Hackford met his future wife, Helen Mirren, while making this film. But it was not love at first sight for her. He tells the story that when they first met, she was furious with him because he made her wait when she came into audition and like had no problem telling him that she was not pleased. Like most actors you think are going in like, please hire me, and would not do anything to rock the boat. And she went in and was like, the hell?
Do you know who I am? Well, then she made him wait 12 years before marrying.
Right? I don't think he's complaining.
Right. I wonder what he did to convince her, because she had vowed like she
I know she
didn't
said
want to
she
get
was never
married,
getting
and
married. And then,
she didn't have kids, but they've been together since
yeah.
97. So good on them.
And then the last bit of trivia, a little bit sad, but it is a beautiful story. During post-production on this film, Taylor Hackford's mother was ill and was dying. And he went to the studio to ask for time off to be with his mom. And the studio head of Columbia Pictures looked at him and said, "Hey man, you've only got one mom." And gave him 2 months off to be with her for take care of her for the end of her life.
Aw.
And then at the end of the credits, the film is dedicated to her and to Jerry Benjamin, who is the father of one of the film's executive producers, Stuart Benjamin. So it's kind of a unique story of a studio head not being a soulless, money grubbing jerk.
Right. Like
It's
two months
that's
off.
a nice change of pace,
Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah, because I mean, you finish and they're like, okay, we want it yesterday. And then I love his quote that I found. He says, "When I finish a film, I put it away and I never look at it again. Occasionally I do because of the DVDs and the commentary tracks, but I usually just put it aside and go on to the next." And I watched this, I bought a copy and watched this with the director's commentary on, and you could totally tell he has not looked at a single frame in like 20 years because he kept getting distracted. He was like all over the place. He'd be in the middle of a story and he's like, "Oh, wait, I have to tell you how we set up the shot." So
I
it's
gotta ask,
adorable,
Amber.
but
I gotta ask, how good is a Taylor Hackford audio commentary? Because some directors are fantastic, and some you're better off listening to paint dry. Looking at you, Tim Burton. But how's Taylor Hackford?
he is a little on the technical side for me. Like the airplane crash in this film, he goes in depth of how they set it up and like which parts of the shot were forced perspective and which parts were, miniatures. And but he does tell a good anecdote about how he was like ready to strangle the stunt coordinator because you really only want to do this once.
Yeah.
And the stunt coordinator insisted on being the one to push the button and set off the detonation for the explosion. And he went too fast and did not wait until the opportune moment. And Hackford's like, I'm pissed at him to this day. So low from column A, low from column B to answer your question.
Okay.
I appreciate a good grudge holding.
Right?
I still have one against the Academy Awards for not giving the Oscar to Nicole Kidman for Moulin Rouge.
All right, well, let's get to talking about this film. The winner of one Academy Award, the 1985 film White Nights. Jeff, for those of us who haven't seen it, give us a synopsis.
So it's celebrating its 40th anniversary this month.
Oh my God, I'm so old.
1985. So can I give you a synopsis and like the movie trailer? Can I try like the movie trailer guy version?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
In a world.
Yeah. All right. You want to know about White Nights? In a world where night is bright white, a plane makes an emergency landing in Siberia. Ballet dancer Nikolai Rodchenko is recognized as a defector, brought into custody, returned to Leningrad, and reunited with his former love, aging prima ballerina Galina Inova, played by the electrifying Helen Mirren. Nikolai meets American dancer Raymond Greenwood, who defected to the Soviet Union during the Vietnam War, but has secretly grown disenchanted. Together, they plot an escape to the American consulate and freedom.
All right. Very good. So Angela,
I never get to
haven't
do
seen this movie.
those. That was
I
fun.
know, right? It was a good one.
Thank you.
I can't do the voice, so I'm impressed. So, Angela, I have seen this movie like countless times. It was on heavy HBO rotation back in the day, which made it easier. Was this the first time watch for you? Did you watch it in
Yes, last night
85?
was the first time I watched it. I didn't
No.
even, know about this or heard of it. Yeah, so this was new to me.
Oh my goodness, Jeff, what about you? This was
First
new to you.
timer. Yeah, that's the first
Wow.
timer. Looking back, beginning of the season when we did the Black Swan episode,
Yes.
I was like, let's. Amber loves the ballet. Let's throw her a cool
We'll throw
ballet
her a
movie.
bone.
Yeah,
That was a
did
great movie.
didn't think we'd be at the end of the season doing another ballet-ish type of movie. So, but I gotta say, I'm glad we're celebrating the anniversary. I'm glad you pushed for this one. I'm glad I watched it.
Oh, good. All right, we are going to take a quick break and then we're going to get into talking about this cast. Okay, so my whole entire reason for watching this movie and my obsession for a long time, Mikhail Baryshnikov, one of the greatest ballet dancers ever, definitely the greatest of his generation. He had already been nominated for an Oscar and a Golden Globe for the 1977 film The Turning Point before taking the role of Rodchenko in this. Are we fans?
Uh,
Were you fans
okay,
before?
okay. So I'm familiar with the name. Never saw a performance by this
Jesus.
man. This
You have
and this
homework, my
guy,
friend.
this guy. It's like you took the DNA of Dracula, Willem Dafoe, uh, Kevin Bacon's dancing, um, probably a little bit of Rutger Hauer, and you just blend it up, and the result you pour it out, and it's this guy. Uh, I was completely blown away by the opening 10 minutes of this movie, this performance he puts on.
That
I
ballet is mind-blowing.
I was I was in awe. I really was. Because I'll be honest with you, I was like, ballet dancer finds another dancer and they're gonna work together. I'm gonna play along. But that attitude was gone after I watched this opening performance of this French ballet that he does. Impressive.
Oh, I'm so glad you think so. Angela, were you a fan of Baryshnikov before?
I'd heard of him, but I was mainly introduced when he was Carrie Bradshaw's boyfriend on Sex
This
and
is
the
like
City.
mind blowing to me. Like I have worshipped Baryshnikov since I was like 3 years old. Like you don't understand. Like ballet was in our home. So
Yeah,
I
it
just
wasn't in
can't
mine.
like
So yeah.
it's like
Well, to
somebody
be
saying
fair
they don't know
though,
what football
we had
is. I'm like, what?
yeah, but
we
to be
had the
fair, Amber,
dirty
didn't
dancing.
yeah, Amber, to
Right.
be fair, didn't you grow up in this world like where I mean, like you were like an ice skater, you did ballet, like that was
I didn't.
it's kind of your thing,
Yes.
right? Like I
Yes. My mother
I
was a
didn't either.
ballerina. Her mother was a ballerina. Um,
I I have I've yet to ice skate or dance in my life, so
I did
ballet dance that
sports.
is.
I mean, soccer's kind of like
I mean, I
dancing.
did too. I played
Yeah,
soccer,
soccer and
but
ballet, all right. You got that right, Angela. No, the
um,
guy's amazing.
But I knew of Gregory Hines. I knew him.
oh,
I
you
didn't know
did.
him as a bit.
Okay.
Yes, I knew him. So yeah, I knew of that, but yeah, I was not familiar with Mikhail's uh, fantastic dance background and talent.
This is a little kind of biographical film for him because, like his character, he defected to Canada in 1974 and then came to the US like right after that. And he was unable and, of course, unwilling to return to Russia while filming this movie. So the scenes in Leningrad, where they're, running on the street at the end and they're escaping, like all of that in Leningrad was a stunt double.
I can
Uh,
I can
I did
appreciate
read
him being
that.
a little worried about going home to Mother
I
Russia.
mean, he couldn't. He would have been arrested the minute he got there, but he never did go back. He's actually Latvian, so when Latvia declared their independence in the 90s, he went back there, but he never went back to, the former Soviet Union.
I wouldn't be
Uh,
surprised if he's got like, I mean, I'm sure he's obviously like got like dual citizenship, but I wouldn't be
yes.
surprised if he didn't have one for France, because like he speaks.
Mm-hmm.
Amber, you're the expert on French dialect, and I
Well,
feel
for
like he does a
this
pretty good
podcast, I
job.
am.
Yeah, I feel like he does a pretty convincing French accent, though.
Yes, he speaks
Okay.
fluent French. So
Well,
um, I think it's funny that he speaks fluent French with a French accent, but speaks English with a very thick Russian accent. And he's lived here for 50 years. Like, that's interesting
that's
to me.
unusual. It
Yeah.
is, yeah.
You can take the boy out of Russia, but not Russia out of the boy.
100%. This film was made when he was the artistic director for the American Ballet Theater. He was in his 30s, which is considered basically past your prime in the dance world. And he was plagued by injuries, mostly to his knee and his ankle. He actually sprained his ankle performing Don Quixote and had to, he sprained his ankle during the performance, had to finish the performance doing a double pirouette on that ankle,
Ooh.
and then took two curtain calls and passed out.
Hey, real quick, for all the for all the gentlemen listening right now who aren't up on their ballet,
What
a
is a
pirouette. A pirouette is it's guys, it's that move where you're on like your tiptoes and you spin around real fast. Uh,
Yes, Jeffrey
pretty
remembers from the
pretty
Black Swan. I'm impressed.
yeah, and hey, I'm here to provide like 11 pirouettes of male perspective with you two when on White Nights, because like I don't want to step on scenes, but the 11 pirouette scene was pretty dope. So
Well, I'm glad that
Yeah.
you could appreciate that moment
yes.
because you really can't appreciate how impossible that is to do. Like, it can't be done. And yet, he does it and doesn't even do it like struggling. He does it with ease.
Hey, I'm telling you right now, the first slick floor I get back to, I'm going for it. If
Yes,
he can do
I will
11,
teach you.
I could probably get 5. Uh, I'm over 30, Amber, so I'm a little past my
I'll,
prime in
I'll
the
settle
ballet
for
world,
one good
apparently.
one.
Jeff, you would probably do best with the risky business move. We'll settle for that. Just bust out the white socks and the white button-up shirt, and
All
it'll be all
right.
good.
All right.
We'll give you some ruples for that. If I
That
said
sounds
that
more like
money.
Jennifer Beals Flashdance, but yeah, we'll see. The night's young.
Bust out that water bucket.
Oh my God. It just went off the rails so quickly.
It
Sorry, Amber.
happens when when I'm part of it, it's gonna happen.
Finally, just to kind of underline the athleticism necessary to do what Misha can do, he had to do physical therapy for 3 hours before he could start dancing for
Damn.
his scenes in this film. And Gregory Hines was feeling kind of stiff and he was like, I'm going to do some of your PT, before we film. And he was like screaming, like the therapist went to work on his muscles. He was like, oh my God, how do you survive this? And Baryshnikov's like, just is, this is a Tuesday for me. I don't know what to tell you. So Gregory Hines, we have the greatest ballet dancer in the world. Now we have the greatest tap dancer in the world. Also, a black belt in karate.
I did not know that about him.
I didn't
Because
either.
well, I mean, to be fair, he's not typically doing karate in his films. I mean, even, we covered Running Scared on our limited 1986 series. I don't remember any karate from Gregory Hines in that movie.
No.
I remember, I remember cut off shirts and roller skates and
Right?
Shine Sweet Freedom, but I don't remember any karate moves. So
I mean, he kind of busts out a few kicks and
In
in
this
this
movie,
film in a
yes.
stylized kind of way. But I thought it was just part of Twyla Tharp's choreography because she is very avant-garde like that. And then during the commentary, Taylor Hackford was incredibly impressed with Gregory Hines' karate skills.
Well, you have to be impressed by Gregory Hines. His dancing, while it's not ballet, it's he's one of the greatest tap dancers. He was one of the greatest tap dancers of all time. I have to believe. I know a couple years back, a couple seasons back, we did Francis Ford Coppola's The Cotton Club, and his
Yes.
dancing in that is just phenomenal. I know Def Dave's probably listening, and he's keeping count. That's two 1984 movies I've already mentioned. So
Name checked.
he's loving it, I'm sure.
Right? The interesting thing about his introduction in this film, he's performing. There's a boat that's leaving soon for New York from Porgy and Bess, and he had actually already played Sport and Life in Porgy and Bess on Broadway in the 60s. So this was familiar territory to him. And you might think it was unusual to have a Gershwin tune in Siberia
Yeah.
being like okay for the audience to watch, but they actually were okay with it because it talks about the poverty and racial oppression of African Americans in America. So it's basically talking about America is not wonderful. And so the Russians were like,
Oh,
yeah, absolutely, you can do that show.
I would
that
like
makes
to
sense now.
interject that even though I was not fully aware of Mikhail, I recognized the Gershwin song as well as the musical that he was singing that from. So I knew those.
Good job.
Thanks to Barbara Streisand, I was familiar with the
Yes.
with that, so I recognize that.
The interesting thing is about that song is the Gershwin estate has like an ironclad grip on how and when and where his music can be performed.
Mhm.
And Porgy and Bess can only be done with a cast of people of color. So Taylor Hackford had to like search and finally found this woman from Uzbekistan to hire to play Bess in that scene and like write to the Gershwin estate and be like, okay, she's not white, she's from Uzbekistan. It's okay to get the permission to use that song, which I didn't know that either. I learned all kinds of fascinating things about the making of this movie. And then the last little bit of trivia about Gregory Hines, did you know he is on a postage stamp?
Really? I
Yep. In 2017 as part of the Black Heritage series.
Nice.
And it's a really great picture. I was interested to see, is it like, an action, him dancing, or is it just his face or whatever? And it's a full body. He's sitting down and his foot is like prominent in the foreground so you can see he's wearing tap shoes. So it's
Oh,
a neat picture.
That's a good call. It's a good choice.
So moving on to Jeff's favorite part of the movie, Miss Helen Mirren playing Galina Ivanova.
Oh
We all
yeah.
perk up when she walks on.
yes.
Have you? I mean, those legs. Come on.
Like you have, and the way she moves, like you have no doubt that she used to be a ballerina. Like she absolutely sells it.
I have no doubt that if they had made the Avengers movie in 1985, this is Black Widow.
Black Widow, yeah.
Yes.
Man, she is white hot for White Knights.
We've already discussed her because my partner in all things space, Andrew Blakely, and I covered the Peter Hyams film 2010. She already played a Russian in that one. She played a cosmonaut. Her father was Russian, so she comes by the accent very, very easily. And what I love about her character, I thought it was interesting that she plays the person that like doesn't really want to leave. I don't know about you guys, but I remember learning in the 80s like Russia was horrible. They were evil. They were all going to kill us, and no one wanted to live there. So now, with the advantage of time and perspective, to see a character that she recognized that there were problems, but she loved her country. She wanted to stay. She didn't want to leave.
Well, I mean, it's 1985. Look at the movies that are coming out this year. You've got like an evil Russian person in A View to a Kill. You've got Rocky going over to Russia to fight Ivan Drago. The Russians were bad guys.
It was serious.
Yeah.
Just gonna
Hey,
traumatize me.
the way look, I'll say it. I don't give a shit. Like they're still bad guys. Like you guys probably don't know, but a lot of our content for this show, it does not get to Russia. Like I get blocks all the time from YouTube and other places. Like this content is not available in Russia.
Wow.
They're
Yep.
lost. Enjoy our blue jeans. I guess I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
Oh my gosh. How do we feel about Isabella Rossellini's non-Russian accent? I think she is as beautiful as her mother, but like her mother, Ingrid Bergman was Swedish in every damn movie she made. It didn't matter who she was playing or how she was playing it. And Isabella Rossellini, like, she is Italian. She will only ever be Italian.
Mm-hmm.
She can't not be Italian.
Yeah, I was like, no, you're not Russian. You lie. Someone. Yeah, I picked up on that right away. I was like, no,
it's not a thing. But she's so beautiful, and she reminds me so much of her mother. Like, it's kind of rude to say, but this was just her first movie, so she didn't have a whole lot of, skill to begin with. So that's all I saw was, baby Ingrid Bergman.
Okay, so I did pick up on the opening credits where it says introducing Isabella Rossellini, and I'm not saying anything about her acting ability. I thought she did good, but maybe it's I'm on my own here, but I don't get it. I don't think she's really overly attractive. Like I know she was on Ross's list on Friends. They had that fun episode where she walked into Central Perk and he got to make his move, but I've never understood it. Like I don't really see it.
Really?
I think she's a decent actress.
Not even in Death Becomes Her?
No.
In the jewel dress?
No, I'm too busy checking out Goldie and Meryl on that one. I'm sorry. I don't get the whole Isabella Rossellini thing. I just don't.
Just not your type, I guess.
She could walk. I could walk. It could be 1985. I'm walking down the street. She's walking. I'm just gonna pass her by. I'm sorry. I just am.
She was like a huge international model too. Like she was the face of Lancôme.
Why? I don't.
And then they fired her for being too old at 43.
I know. But then they got a female CEO and she hired her back.
And she went off and did some cool things on her own. So
yes.
Anyway, that would be a different rabbit hole that
right.
Listeners can go down themselves.
We can rant about that off mic.
Definitely look into that. It's very interesting when you see like the things that she did and how she turned that around. It's yes, very
okay. Yeah. Again,
I am woman, hear me roar.
I am
in Italian.
I'm all for her. Listen, I'm all for her accomplishments, and like I said, she's not a bad actress. And it's not that I'm not saying that she's not beautiful. I'm just saying, I don't know. She's not my cup of vodka.
Doesn't do it for you.
No.
Well, as far as with this, even if it was like I don't know if it was her first film or just her first international film. Okay, it was her actual first film. From coming from the, legacy that she did, I get why, that those doors were open, but beyond kind of like
she even says
she's a beautiful lady, but beyond that, she
even says in an interview like people came to her and wanted her to be in movies, and she was like, I mean, I get it that my parents are, but I don't know why they wanted me.
Right.
Were we all so excited for John Glover, Lionel Luthor, the spy?
Yes.
My God.
I did not see that coming.
I had no memory of him being in this movie.
He's even got a cool name. He's Win Scott.
Right?
Love John Glover.
Oh my God. I just watched this last night and my brain is scrambling to figure out what you're talking about. Oh my gosh.
So the guy, the CIA guy with the glasses, the young guy that helps get him out at the end.
Yeah. Yes. Remember at the end, he's screaming at the car.
He has that great scene with Helen Mirren where he's like, I'll call you and have you come to
Wasn't
Chicago.
he the guy who wound up being in Scrooged? Okay,
Mm-hmm.
because I thought that was him with the spy. I was like, I'm pretty sure that was the. Yes. Okay.
Yeah, he's Gremlins 2.
I'm all caught up. I apologize.
Yeah, that guy's awesome.
Brain re-engaged.
And I got a big kick also out of Geraldine Page as Anne Wyatt, Kolya's manager.
Mhm.
Like, she's a legend of stage and screen. I understand this, but for me, it doesn't matter. She's Madame Medusa from The Rescuers, and she freaking ate the scenery in this movie. She is such a trip.
She was fun to watch. I did enjoy seeing when she
Like,
came
she
on
was
about how
playing
very,
a
yeah.
completely different movie.
Oh yeah, yeah. No,
She's
no,
good. She's
absolutely. Like, where does this lady come from? But you know what? I'm interested.
Yes.
she's sassing the KGB.
Yes.
I'm like,
Yes.
I respect her. She's good. I
Yes.
liked
Well,
her.
and Sass the CIA guy too. She was like,
Yeah.
I will go right out there to the press.
No, I liked her.
Amber, you talking about screen legends. Maybe this person's on the list. I don't know if I'm cutting in.
You're stepping on my toes, but you go right ahead because
No.
I
Please give me, because I saw someone. I was like, yes. Is that who we're talking about?
blink and you miss her. From the
Okay.
Living Daylights, we have a Bond girl.
Oh, I
We
did read
do.
that, but I couldn't. Yeah, I couldn't place her.
Okay. So I recognized her immediately. It was like is that's got to be her.
Yep.
But Amber, I'll let you have that one because I'm thinking of someone else actually.
Oh, well, so you were not thinking of Miriam Dabo
No,
uh, in
I
the
love
two
her.
second scene smooching on Baryshnikov in his
Yeah.
dressing room.
Hey, I love her
Oh,
in
okay.
yeah, she's like
I read
the
that
French
tidbit. I was like,
girlfriend.
where was she at?
For like
Yeah.
one, literally
Gotcha.
blink and you miss her, like
Right.
1 second.
Gotcha.
I love her in a film we did called Greedy last season.
Yes.
I love her in Conan the Destroyer, which we'll probably never cover, but
Oh,
yeah, she's
but we
fantastic.
could.
Well,
Bad
you
movies
don't
we
have to
love.
you don't have to good movies we love, Amber. I don't know what you're talking about.
So who were
Uh,
you thinking of then?
okay. So I know you saw him, but now I'll tell you what. Let's play a little word association. I'm going to give you film titles until you give me his name.
I'm
Okay.
never gonna get this. Okay.
Okay. Flash Gordon, Raiders of the Lost Ark, Batman. No, nothing.
I mean, not I could tell you who's in those, but not
Played
who's in all
played.
three.
How about Jet Porkins in Star Wars?
Wait, that guy, where was he in Flash Gordon?
William Hootkins. He's he's the guy at the end of Raiders. Top men.
No, I know who he is,
Yeah.
but who
Well,
was he in
wait.
Flash Gordon, damn it?
He was Munson.
Well, now I
Remember the
gotta watch Flash.
bumbling?
No.
Yeah, yeah, you do. Beginning of it, Munson.
Oh, he's in it for like 2 seconds.
Well, it still counts.
Yes.
William Hootkins is here. He's like John Glover's sidekick.
Oh,
He's like
I did
he
not
meets her.
recognize him at
Yeah,
all.
he meets Helen Mirren at the market. Gives her the
Yes.
information. He's
And
the
it is
driver in the
so
little.
funny.
Oh, he was the
He's
potato
great.
guy. Okay.
Yeah, the potato guy. Yeah,
Yes.
William Hootkins.
I did not recognize him at all, even for a second.
I don't know what it is about this. I think film nerds especially we love this guy. You know.
He's like our
He ma-
generation's John Ratzenberger being in all the Pixar movies.
Yeah, he just shows. Yeah, he's in all the cool universes.
Yes.
So
And always like
yeah,
kind of a cool guy.
Hoots. Yep.
That's awesome. All right. And then for like one last kind of cast uh appearance, like, well, Miss not appearing in this film, but we have to give credit to Twyla Tharp because she took two dancers that could not be more different. Like, Gregory Hines is a foot and a half taller than Baryshnikov, and
Hmm.
their styles are just, there's absolutely nothing about them that's alike. And she was able to take these two and take their improvisations and marry it into one great thing. I've always loved her choreography, but I'm completely blown away by what she did with this movie.
I really enjoyed
Well,
the scene of them dancing side by side when they were make their decide when they were going to make their move. I really enjoyed that scene.
Amber, we're going to talk about that scene, right?
Oh yeah,
All
we're
right,
getting
then
there.
I'll just be quiet then.
Just
I'll wait.
build to that. Let's talk a little bit about production first. I have the best story. I love this story so much. So it's the height of the Cold War. Taylor Hackford cannot take a film crew to Leningrad. So he's got stand-in locations like Scotland stands in for Siberia, Helsinki stands in for Leningrad for some of the shots where they're going in and out of buildings and stuff like that. And then he wanted to have actual footage though of Leningrad for establishing shots and like when they're in the car and stuff like that. So he hires a Finnish travel company and gets permission for them to film a travel log in Leningrad in a Chaika limo, and he sends them to Russia. And Baryshnikov's telling him, we're never going to see them again. They're not going to get any footage. They're probably going to get arrested. And this was a bad idea. They lose all contact with the crew. They have no idea what's going on. And so they're still shooting in Helsinki. And the next thing you know, 2 weeks later, the crew shows up and they have all the footage Hackford asked for.
That's incredible. Because this is, I mean, I have to believe that they're shooting in like late 84, early 85.
Mm-hmm.
They go in, they with cameras, and they still come out. That's
Yep. And
amazing.
they're like, oh, we're just showing people if they want a vacation in sunny Leningrad. Here's where the Lenin statue is.
Oh man.
And like the Russians totally bought it and it all made it into the movie. And Hackford is like so proud of this. Like he talks about almost nothing else on this commentary. And he is so pissed to this day because there were critics that were like, oh, whatever. He just filmed in Helsinki. Like, it's not even real Russia. And he's like, damn it, it is though.
Oh, but back then he can't say that, right? Because he's gonna get
No,
these guys in
yeah.
trouble.
Yeah, well, that
Yes.
and then no
Oh,
travel
how
company
pissed
would
are
ever
you,
be
Taylor
able to,
Hackford?
yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's not real Russia. Yeah, it actually
It
is.
actually really is. And then the part that like kind of hurt my heart a little was they brought the footage back and he showed it to Baryshnikov, who had not been home in like 10 years at this point. And he said he just sat there for like 4 hours,
Hmm.
just watching this footage of them like traveling around where he used to live. And like, that was my street. That's the building my apartment was in.
That had to be a heartbreaker. I can
Yeah,
understand that.
yeah, for sure. We mentioned that this film won an Oscar for Best Original Song for Say You Say Me by Lionel Richie. It's really, this movie is really, it's all about the dance sequences and the soundtrack. It really wasn't much known for, didn't get any acting nods or anything like that. Um,
Can
but
can we talk
I
about?
have to say, hang on, Say You Say Me is not my favorite song from this soundtrack.
Of course, it's not. Can we talk about the soundtrack for a minute?
I was gonna
Are
say
we
I have some opinions on
Are
this.
we Team Richie or are we Team Phil Collins? Those are the
We're
two big
team
songs.
Team Collins all the way, baby.
Thank God.
Well, about that, so I love the Phil Collins song, but when I was watching the movie and they play that, I was like, I thought this was a song about a couple or someone who had an affair and they're
Well,
and they're
yeah.
breaking apart. And I get that they were part of the premise was trying to give the illusion that that's what was going on, but it just
Yeah.
still did not seem to fit. And even when I looked, online, about that, it was listed as like the love theme of White Nights. And I'm like,
Yes.
so I just, is it though?
I don't know. I felt like it was more Helen Mirren and Mikhail Baryshnikov's song.
Okay, that makes sense because it seemed like they were playing that in the scenes with Ray and his wife, and that it just was very disconnected in my brain. But now that you say that, yes, that. But
Okay. So
yeah.
I'm gonna say it works in two ways. Because it definitely is you know it's what Angela, what you were just talking about, like with them having separate lives, because he makes the ultimate sacrifice.
And like,
But I
yeah,
also kind of feel it's also for Mikhail and Helen, because they're set, like they were in love and they had to separate, and They didn't want
Well,
to,
and
but
he just straight up left her. Like they
Yeah,
were
and
in
she
London
had
on
no
tour
idea.
and he
Yeah.
just
yeah,
left.
okay. But still, I mean, I feel like it works. It's the love theme, but it works for both couples. Um, and to your point, it's nominated for the Academy Award, loses to the Lionel Richie song, which was not even allowed to be on the soundtrack originally,
Yeah, I
because
read
Richie's
that.
Yeah.
people were like, "Yeah, we don't. He's just coming back. We don't want his first big hit to be not with our label." But can I do something real quick
Yeah.
for our buddy Jason Colvin? Because
Yes.
this song, "Separate Lives," it ends up it hits the number one spot on the
Hmm.
Billboard Top 100. And if you listen to the Shirley You Can't Be Serious podcast, Jason always loves to say, Can I give you what was the top 10 that week?" And D's always like, "Lay it on me." So Jason, I know you're listening. The week that "Separate Lives" by Phil Collins and Marilyn Martin hit number one, here was the top 10 leading up to it. Number 10, "Sleeping Bag" by ZZ Top. Number 9, "Party All the Time" by Eddie Murphy. And that song's a jam.
I love that song.
You gotta love that song. At number 8, "Election Day" by Arcadia. Crickets.
Nothing.
I don't know
Yeah,
that one.
nothing.
Uh, at number 7, "Who's Zoomin' Who" by Aretha Franklin.
That's a good one.
Was it? It's a good one, but like, what's that mean in 1985? Because today it works. We're all zooming right now. I just don't understand then.
I think it meant
At number
very different.
6, yeah, at number 6, "Lay Your Hands on Me" by the Thompson Twins.
Yeah.
At number 5, "Never" by Heart.
Oh, the
Yes.
amount of times
Yeah.
I played that song.
Oh, heart.
my
Oh, I love
God.
them.
Oh,
Yes.
it only gets better, ladies.
Yes.
At number 4, "You Belong to the City" by Glenn Fry. At number 3, "Broken Wings" by Mr. Mister. And number 2, "We Built This City" by Starship.
Oh my God, that freaking song.
And then, of course,
It
obviously,
never
the
went
number one song.
anywhere.
Of course, the number one song, "Separate Lives" by Phil
Yeah.
Collins. That's for Jason Colvin.
That's a good top
Um,
10.
yeah, it's a great top 10.
So speaking of the soundtrack, this is going to blow your mind. The scene where they have their first rehearsal and Misha says, "I'm going to go take a shower." And really he's
Yeah.
sneaking out and trying to get a
Does some
message
James
out.
Bond shit. It's
Yeah.
awesome.
My brain went to Sylvester Stallone sneaking out of the bathroom in Victory, but
Good move. Okay, yeah.
I like where your head's at. But so anyway, so Gregory Hines, Raymond is back in the studio and he's feeling inspired for the first time in a long time. And he just starts to improvise and starts to dance in a way that he has with a freedom that he hasn't in a long time. And that whole sequence, Gregory Hines improvised the entire thing to no music.
What?
Shut up. Taylor Hackford sends it to David Foster, sends him the footage, and is like, "Make me a song." And David Foster did.
Oh, wow.
That's insane. Like
Is
for
that
Gregory
the
Hines to do
craziest
that.
thing you've ever
Yeah.
heard?
Wow. The choreography.
Like Gregory
came
Hines
first.
improvising, like that's the heart of tap anyway. So that's just his genius that you're filming. Like
He's
it's
got to have some
amazing,
kind
but
of
like
melody in his head, though, right? While he's doing those amazing moves.
I don't know.
And how do you score
But how do you reverse
scene?
score something like
Yeah.
that?
That's
And make it turn out
that's some
so
wicked.
good.
Yeah, that's some wicked reverse engineering there. Yeah.
Like my mind was freaking blown. How do we feel about the way the dance sequences were filmed? It was a little bit different than what we usually get. Hackford didn't want to do let's put on a show kind of, 50s musical kind of stop everything and dance, kind of park the camera. And so I liked the movement. I thought it really, especially when Hines was dancing, his dancing's so kinetic that I felt it really worked really well. I don't know. What do you guys think? Was it
Amber,
distracting?
no, well, Amber, I'm not the musical guy, right? But my interpretation of it in this movie, like we get these dance numbers to kind of let us know how these characters are working out their issues. I feel like they were using dance like to emote, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, it's the old Bob Fosse quote, when you feel so much you can't speak, you sing. And when you feel so much you can't sing, you dance.
Yeah, I feel like it was just they were working out their frustrations, but they
Mhm.
use dance to get there. Because even when they're at each other's throats, it's 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 fighting, but it's dance fighting.
Hmm.
It's like Michael Jackson's "Beat It" with the gangs.
Yes.
I don't know. I liked it
I
though.
just immediately pictured Star-Lord facing off. It's a dance off, bro.
Take it
Dance off, bro. Yeah,
back.
What are you
yeah.
doing?
It's Zoolander. They're breakdance fighting. Yeah, it's just I loved it.
Angela, what did you think?
the,
Was
the
it distracting or did you like it?
No, I liked it because especially with that kind of movement, it kind of sweeps you away along with that. So yeah, I wouldn't have liked that whole static and just seeing him just thing, but I really.
Well, and things you don't think of, I didn't realize until listening to the commentary. For the scenes in the studio, one whole wall is a mirror, and you don't want the camera to show, so they had to do all of this complicated tilting of the mirrors.
Gotcha.
And Hackford was talking about how it was great working with Baryshnikov and Hines because as dancers, they're used to repetition and
Mm-hmm.
do it again and do it again and do it again. And it was a challenge for the lighting crew and the cinematographer,
Mm-hmm.
to have to constantly keep resetting and doing it again to make sure that, they got the most perfect version that they could get. That kind of complexity, it's something you don't think about when you're watching, but you
Mm-hmm.
definitely appreciate it on like the next go around. All right, Jeff, we're here. Noteworthy scenes. We already
We
talked
got
about the
to.
11 pirouettes. I mean, that, like, I'm
Well,
sorry. I could watch him do that all goddamn day. Like,
we mentioned it, but I just love the idea that this is a scene. This is the moment where they're sizing each other up,
Mm-hmm.
and they're using a simple wager. And Mikhail's obviously hustling Gregory Hines
yes.
Yeah.
because at
He's like,
seven,
is
he's
this
like,
not ice skating rink?
yeah, he's like it's seven. It's beyond difficult. It's no skating rink. He's like, well, I got 10 rubles, 11 rubles. He's like 11 rubles, 11 pirouettes, and then he just does it
Mm-hmm.
flawlessly. I was like, man, he got played. Like,
I love the look on Gregory
Oh
Hines'
yeah, because
face.
he
Like,
knows. Yeah.
that's all of our looks. Like, we were all just
yeah.
like, what did I just see?
I mean, I
Well,
hadn't seen the movie, and I'm like, I know he's gonna do it.
I'm
I know
watching because
he's
I'm like,
going
he's
to.
gonna do it,
Yeah.
but I focused on his head, and that's how I counted. Because he's like,
Yes.
you keep counting. Gregor Hines like, oh, I'll keep count, but it's so fast.
Yeah.
He's like his body's like a blur, and if you're not focused on his face, it's you're not gonna catch it. You're not gonna catch all 11 of them.
Well,
But
and you
the
can,
scene
if
is
you've
amazing.
watched a lot of dancers and they're like, okay, I'm going to do as many as I can do, and they're challenging each other or whatever, you can watch them kind of muscle through the last couple.
Mm-hmm.
And it's, okay, it counts because you went all the way around, but it wasn't
Well,
pretty.
he's slowing down, yeah, by
He
like
is slowing
nine.
down, but Jesus, they're still beautiful. Like,
Mm-hmm.
they're still perfect. It's no like, he didn't break a sweat, like, even a little
No,
bit. Um, any scenes that you feel are noteworthy um that don't have dance in them?
yes,
I liked the scene with Helen Mirren, Mikhail, but she's blaring that music, and even though I don't understand what they're saying, Mikhail does bring up, you're blaring this music that's basically about freedom, or kind of hey, this isn't right, kind of a thing, as an
It's
activist.
a
Yeah,
protest poet. It's a
yeah.
Russian poet who
And but yet she doesn't want to leave, and she's there, she really wants to make that dance happen. And just when they get in that, and she starts crying, and like I mean, she's a wonderful actress, but I think definitely her in that role, she was definitely of the top acting for not dogging on Isabella. I'm not trying to dog on her, but that alone I really um
She just has that
the acting
ability.
was okay. I'm not again.
She
I'm not
makes you
talking
like
about the
lean
acting
forward
wasn't
when
like
she
the
comes in
main
the scene.
thing, but when she was in there and that was the one scene where I really felt connected to the character a
Hmm.
little bit more because I was very believable and she was just I um communicated well with that. So I really liked that back and forth, and then we why he had thing. I really liked that scene.
Yeah, that was
I don't
definitely a very powerful moment.
I don't expect an intense action scene in a movie like this,
Hmm.
but their plan to escape at the end when he does this death-defying jump from the window to like the exposed iron strut that's like 6 feet out. And but because he's a dancer, it's like he's just it's perfect movements, and he's got the rope that they've fashioned. That whole scene, I'm like gripping the armrest because I know he's gonna make it because he's Baryshnikov.
He's our hero. Like, come on.
He's the hero. But then when and again, first time watch. So when they fashion this hook rope seat for Isabella Rossellini, and she gets stuck halfway, I'm seeing cliffhanger with Stallone, and I'm like, oh, she's gonna
Yes.
splatter all over the
Oh
pavement,
yeah.
No.
and it'll break our hearts because she's pregnant.
Yeah.
But then she survives, and I'm like, okay, well, I just thought, okay, well, naturally, now we're gonna see some cool swing across, like the rope will break, and Gregory Hines will swing across Pitfall
Mhm.
Harry style, and then they make their escape, and then he knows that the KGB's coming, and so he has to give himself up, and it's a heartbreaker of a moment because then he throws the rope and he mouths the words "I love you" to Isabella. And I'm like, I didn't see that coming. I
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, sure, love that scene though, and there's no dancing in
Yes.
it.
Yeah.
No, there's not. There's acrobatics, but no
Acrobatics,
dancing.
yes.
When he was jumping on those struts, I was like, are they gonna make this pregnant woman do the same thing?
I was thinking the
And then
same
he
thing. I
gets,
was like,
and then he gets over. I'm like, oh, okay, now make okay.
Angela, I was
They
with you
thought
because I was
ahead.
like, there's no if she jumps and hits even one strut, I'm calling bullshit. I'm turning this movie off. There's no way she could do it.
Yes.
But I like that they had a way to make it work. You
Yeah.
know.
Well, and I liked that it was just enough like sneaking out of your parents' house,
Yeah.
Keystone Cops kind of
Uh huh.
like ridiculousness that only the truly desperate would even try.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
And it was honestly blind luck that it worked.
Oh,
Yeah.
totally.
It shouldn't have
Like
worked.
100%.
But it was believable enough. Honestly.
Yes.
Like.
For me, the non-dancing scene that got me was I mean, he does do a couple of steps, but when Kolya is on stage at the Kirov alone after he says goodbye to Helen Mirren, and
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
he's just thinking about everything he gave up and
Yeah.
everything he's giving up again.
I,
Mhm.
And he
great moment.
cries like, oh my gosh. Like it made my tummy hurt. I was like, oh, this is gut-wrenching. It's so sad.
But before we get to pivotal moment, can we talk one more scene?
Yeah.
And listen, I don't want to break your brain because I want to talk about a dance scene. We
No.
we gotta can we I don't think we talked enough about this amazing opening.
Mhm.
Uh Amber, we got 8 minutes of
Yes.
dance. And correct my
One of the
French.
most brilliant ballets, Le Petit Homme et le Mort.
Glad you said that. I had written
It's the
down,
young man and death.
yeah, I had Le Jeune Homme et la Mort.
Oh, I'm
So
sorry. Le jeune homme et la mort. The young
you're it's
man.
not it sounds so much better when
It's
you
not
say
the
it. I
small man, the young man.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yes,
my
the young
pronunciation's
man and
garbage.
death.
Yeah. I can't do it.
Choreographed
So
by Roland Petit, who is was just a genius.
I gotta say, if you're a guy, you're a guy's guy who's like, I'm not watching a movie about ballet dancers and whatever. you got to watch this 8 minutes and it will change your mind. It will make you appreciate the beauty of this particular type of dance. And I was all in after that. After that performance, I was like, I really don't care if the movie sucks at this point. I'm glad I watched it. And the movie doesn't suck, by the way. But that scene, that opening scene, because we go from that and we segue right into an epic plane crash that you kind of highlighted earlier at the top of the hour.
Yes.
I'm like, what's next?
Right?
Oh,
Where is
Helen
this
Mirren's
going?
next. We just keep going from action scene to action scene, man.
It just gets better and better.
Getting better and better. Yeah.
She's like,
Yeah, the athleticism necessary to perform this ballet is just out of this world. And that's the whole point. This is why Baryshnikov himself defected was, and this is why Kolya defected in the movie, because they weren't allowed to travel. They weren't allowed to do these kind of modern avant-garde, new things. They were stuck doing just, classical,
Swan
very
Lake.
strict. Yeah, Swan Lake, the Nutcracker,
No, yeah.
Amber, Amber, can I ask this? Because I'm going to assume that you are familiar with that ballet.
Mhm.
So I'm watching it, and I'm going to assume that it's not about a guy who's fighting with his girlfriend or lover or whatever. I feel like the female character in that moment is his subconscious. Like he's fighting in his mind. Would that
I
be,
mean,
am I onto something there? Or
yeah, you kind of got it. Like he is, it's about a man who is driven to suicide by his faithless lover. And so the woman kind of represents that, but she really is death. And that's really, death is seducing him.
yeah, I thought like it's not an actual female. It's
No.
the female form represented by, you know, death and his subconscious telling him like this is your way. This is the only way.
Yes. Yes, you
Oh,
got
see,
it.
I've got culture.
You got insight.
I
Good
got
for
insight.
you.
I'm very insightful. Yeah.
We're on a roll. We've done
I'm
Shakespeare. Now we're doing
I'm
dance. Like
I'm talking ballet and Conan the Destroyer in the same episode. People,
we
you don't know where
contain
I'm coming from.
multitudes, people.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
do not
I'm
try to
all over the map.
pigeonhole us.
That's right.
All right. Well, the pivotal moment, we all know what it is. You wait the whole movie for it, for these two guys to finally dance together. I wanted it to last forever. I never wanted it to end.
It's I mean, they're running and it's ballet and it's tap dancing and it's breakdance fighting. It's everything wrapped up into this hybrid dance number that just it'll blow your mind.
And
And they're
totally
in sync,
think, oh yeah.
oh man, unbelievable. I love the moment. Yeah, and I had this as the pivotal moment actually. This was like I was like, all right, now we're all on the same team. We know what the objective is. I loved it.
Angela, how did you feel?
I really enjoyed it, and I like that at least even though the dance and the type is different from one another, that it still was the thing that brought them, that was the thing that made them feel alive, that's connected, and sacrifice that one constant, that's who they are. How can that not be worth the trying to get away? I think that was one up here for different reasons, different circumstances, things like that, but what is worth that risk and on.
Yeah, I like that you see them come together, but there's no like unbelievable moment of like, and we're brothers now, it's like,
No.
okay, there's no animosity and we like each other and we're kind of starting to respect each other, but it's
And I think
believable.
that was the main thing, was like, yes, it didn't have to be like, oh my God, we're brothers from another mother or anything like that. But I think there was that mutual and genuine respect had kind of organically formed and dancing alongside one another. I'll have your back. Yeah, I thought that was very well done, where they didn't have to, it was just language of dance. So
Yes, well put.
yes.
All right, friends, we're going to take one last break and then we'll be back to wrap things up. All right, you two, if someone was unfamiliar with Taylor Hackford, he doesn't have a lot of films to choose from, but what three films would you suggest they watch?
Do you want to pirouette this? Like we'll each take a spin,
Let
one at a time.
Yeah, let's do.
All right.
All right, Angela, ladies first. What do you got for us?
I didn't realize he was the director of The Devil's Advocate, and I really did enjoy that movie, so I would make that my.
I freaking hate that movie. We are
How can you?
completely on opposite sides.
I'm not saying it's like in my top 20, 50.
Don't defend your choice. It's fine. Like, we
But-
don't
Why-
have to
wait.
like everything.
But
Why
out
are
of that
you hate-
limited list and what I've seen,
Wait, why
Yeah.
are you hating a movie with Charlize Theron and Keanu Reeves and Al Pacino?
I mean,
what's
that's
going on
that's
there?
a discussion for another time.
I
But
will refer that one above Against All Odds every time.
wow.
Oh,
I mean,
I know what Jeff's was. Yeah.
all right.
We can have a little side banter for the Patreon subscribers if you want.
Yeah, we'll fight this out over on the Patreon.
Against
All right,
All
what's your
Odds,
number
Angela.
two?
I'd say Officer and a Gentleman. That's a good classic. You got Richard Gere and Deborah Winger.
Deborah Winger.
Mhm.
I almost said Wagner. With his limited options, I kind of didn't really.
I'm dying because I'm going to go ahead and jump in. Like, you're kind of like, well, it was fine. I love this movie so much. Like, I think this is Hackford's best movie. I just adore it. And I love the story that when they filmed the ending, both Hackford and Richard Gere were like, I don't know. This is kind of schmaltzy. And then they did a rehearsal and everybody in the factory was like cheering and crying and like losing their freaking minds. And they're like, well, so I guess we're keeping it. and
how many times has that
clearly-
scene been emulated? Whether
yes, if you don't know
seriously or-
anything else,
Yeah.
you know that scene.
yes, like that is a very memorable and yes. Can't
I
we
remember when they did it,
anything
like-
from Against All Odds? No, we can't.
What? What?
Now I'm just
What's going
doing
on
this.
here?
Just to-
Now she's just
Now you-
being
Now you're just doing it.
honorary.
No, you remember back in season one of The Simpsons, Homer
Yes.
and Marge have a officer and a gentleman moment. So yeah.
Yes. All right. So I stepped on your list. What's your number three?
I probably would go with Ray.
You're so unenthusiastic about
I know.
your
I'm
choices.
sorry. I felt like I was like,
She
Like,
loves this one.
this one.
out of this list, I mean, was any of them like being really? I mean, at least Officer and Gentleman. That's a classic. You got a classic scene. We got a fantastic song, "Up Where We Belong." With that, which actually fit. So I know I kind of struggled with my three. I just
Yeah.
I feel like if this question was, if someone's unfamiliar with this director, what three films would you suggest? And Angela's gonna go, skip him.
Really? Save yourself.
He did nothing else you're gonna care about.
sorry, guy. I mean, if he did like music videos, go watch the music videos instead.
Christ.
Unbelievable.
All right, Jeff, bring us back. Hit me with your list.
I'm with
mess do you
Angela.
have?
Yeah, I'm with Angela for An Officer and a Gentleman because it is fantastic. I assume that's on all three of our lists
Yeah.
for recommendations.
Yes.
Just a sensational film. Lou Gossett Jr. at his best in this movie. Also, I gotta tell you, I was pretty happy with Dolores Claiborne. I
Same,
read the
that's
book
on
and I
mine
felt
too.
that's okay. So we're two for
I
two.
never saw that one, so I couldn't have an opinion. I mean, I love
Kathy
Bates,
Bates,
but I never-
everyone just thinks if you say Stephen King and Kathy Bates, everyone's brain immediately goes to Misery.
Yeah.
Well, that was such a
Yeah,
like,
but don't sleep on Dolores
cultural-
Claiborne.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. So
Yes.
that'd be my second one. And at the top, number one with a bullet, Against All Odds, with
Really?
one of the greatest Phil Collins songs ever.
I mean, that's
Jeff
true.
Bridges just jeffing all over the movie. I love it. Rachel Ward, Smoke Show, James Woods. Come on, let's have some
Oh,
fun
he's
here.
so gross.
Well, he's supposed to be. He's against
I
all
know,
odds. Come
but-
on,
But he's a different level of gross.
Yeah.
Angela. Listen,
Like I said,
Angela.
love the song, love Jeff Bridges.
Angela,
It
take
was so
take a
hard
look
for
at me
me to
now.
say this.
Take a look at me now and rewatch this movie.
No,
Angela
just
coming back to Against All Odds is Against All Odds, I think, but
uh,
too bad. It's a
Oh
great
my
song.
but
God.
it's
Great
so
movie.
funny watch this because like I've seen just about all of Jeff Bridges' filmography, but I don't think I ever saw one where he did not have a shirt on, and I was just like, oh, Mr.
Well,
Bridges.
hello.
Well, how do you do?
Chef on the beach.
I, I I can't believe I'm talking about another 1984 movie. Chef Dave is doing backflips at this
I
point.
know. He's like, I told
He's like,
you.
oh, best year ever. Best year ever. Settle
All
down, Chef
right.
Dave. I know you're out
I
there.
wanted to
So
love it, but I just could not.
Amber, what
for
do
a
you got?
list for a
What's your
list that
three?
does not contain Against All Odds, my number one, like I said, Officer and a Gentleman is Taylor Hackford's best movie. Dolores Claiborne was my next choice. Kathy Bates and Jennifer Jason Leigh
Mm-hmm.
are just amazing, and Christopher Plummer playing a straight
Dude,
up
yeah.
just asshole, and David
I need to watch
Strathairn,
this.
who's like the sweetest guy ever and playing like this abusive husband. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I loved the book, and the movie is just as good, and that does not happen often. It's a very overlooked of the Stephen King adaptations. And then my number three, from 2000, is Proof of Life with Meg Ryan and Russell Crowe. This movie
Oh,
kind of
that's so
got
good.
buried in the whole gossip because they were
Yeah.
having an affair and it was a whole shenanigans.
Yeah.
Oh
But
my god.
honest to God, like, it's a good movie. Like, it's really intense. So I definitely recommend, now that some time has passed, it's worth a revisit.
Hey, I'm not taking Against All Odds off my list, but if it was four, then
If
yeah,
it was an
I'd
Amber Lewis
absolutely.
cheat,
If it was
you
an
would
Amber Lewis cheat, I'd
put them
definitely be
next to each
saying,
other.
oh yeah, Proof of Life is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic film.
All right, so back to White Knights. Do we recommend this film? You know I do.
I think it's a must watch. Even if it's only a one-time watch, it's a must watch just for the performances. And I'm talking about the dance performances
Yes.
because it blew my mind to see what these guys were capable of. And I mean, Amber, you know how I talked about ballet on our Black Swan episode. I have nothing but respect for these dancers and how hard their job is, and the pain that they put themselves through, and just to see him do this, several times throughout the movie, and Gregory Hines, also not a ballet dancer, but just blowing the doors off it, with his performance. You got to watch it just for that, and great soundtrack, and that's where I'm at with it.
Awesome. Angela, yay or nay?
I would agree with Jeff that for the dancing and to watch it at least once, is it one of those that I will, revisit? Probably not. But for the dancing, absolutely. Just, the running time, it could have been a bit shorter, but I
Yeah.
That
the
Taylor
length,
that
Hackford does
okay.
that.
the
His
length of,
his
the
movies
length
kind
of
of drag
time
along.
was a bit, I felt like it was
Mhm.
probably 30, 40 minutes too long, but
Yes.
but
Well,
everything that was in between the dance sequences, it was hard. Like I'm like, I'm trying to stay invested in this because I know something else is gonna kind of happen. But it was just a little lukewarm, a little bit of a good story that could have been a bit stronger. And again, like with Helen Mirren's character, I mean, and her acting skill, I feel like she was kind of maybe slightly out of place in this movie just because her skill was, up here and
Or
everyone else was,
underutilized. Maybe
yeah,
find a way to
underutilized
use
for
her
sure.
more.
or
A
Yeah.
little
yeah,
a little more Marin, a little
yeah,
less Rossellini,
Yeah.
maybe.
Little more John Glover. Like, tell me what the spooks
Yeah,
are
give me some more
doing to
John
get him
Glover.
out.
yeah.
Give me some more Hootkins. Like I said, Amber, I know you got a physical copy of this, right?
I did. I got very affordable. It was $10 on Prime for a DVD with all the features, but it's also streaming on Tubi at the moment, so you can head on over there.
Well,
You got commercials, but
that's what I want to warn people about. I'm just gonna say, if you're telling me I can get a $10 DVD shipped next day or whatever, I think that's the way to go,
yeah,
because when I
physical
pulled this up
media
on
is better than
what
streaming.
It is, but when I pulled this up on Tubi, I was happy for a second. Then I saw the runtime is like 2 hours and 20 minutes. I was like, what the hell? This is
And they
1985.
show
We don't
like,
do.
yeah,
And then yeah, so no, and I'm not hating on Tubi, but if you got a movie that's 2 hours and 20 minutes and you're watching on Tubi, you better set aside like 6 hours because every
yes,
12 minutes you're getting 7 commercials. And
yes, that's
Yeah.
what the number two. I was like,
damn
dang,
you.
yeah.
Yeah.
Prime interjects maybe 1, 2, but I'm like 7.
I
Man.
was clean shaven when I hit play,
Nothing
and
is
you can
free.
see
There's
like
always a price.
I got a beard now. Yeah. It's like
There is a price to be paid.
you're in a gulag if you're watching on Tubi. You
Well,
spend the
and
day with White Knights.
for posterity, you're going to have, a DVD forever of two of the greatest guys who ever did the thing. So,
And audio commentary, you said. So I'm all
yes,
for
and
that.
a little behind the scenes documentary. Like, it's fun.
And
All
also
right.
learning about White Knights being an actual thing. And there I
Oh, we
looked
didn't
at
even talk about that. Like
Yeah.
the whole meaning
Yeah,
behind
My son does
the
the
like,
word
what
exact
does
of
this
the
even
movie title.
mean? And even the scenes where they're like, oh, it's midnight, but it's super bright out. It actually, when I looked at it, describe it as it's more like twilight because the relation of the city to the Arctic Circle, the sun never
Yes.
isn't below horizon long enough for full darkness, so it kind of stays more of a twilight, not a full bright from
Yeah.
late.
It's like the opposite for like 30 Days a Night. Like, once a year, it's like
Yes.
we're in
Right.
darkness for a month. Once a year, we're in daylight for a month.
Because I know, yeah, there's a town in Alaska that's currently but they won't see the sun again.
Just the other day, they were like, we won't see it again for a month.
No.
Yeah.
And then I turned on
Vampire
30 Days a
Destination.
Night because
Yeah.
that's what you do.
Absolutely.
All right, friends, what do you think of White Knights? Have you seen it? Where does it rank on your list of dance movies? Let us know on social media on Facebook, Instagram, and X. Check out www.afilmbypodcast.com for film and TV articles and our entire library streaming free. Write to us at afilmbypodcast@gmail.com with your questions, comments, and concerns, and we may just read your response on the show and send you some A Film By swag. We have recently relaunched our YouTube channel. Jeff, we got some fun stuff going on over there. What's going on with YouTube?
Yeah, we just last episode we were talking about this. The relaunch is going great, and we've got this great opportunity for all of our listeners. Head to our YouTube channel right now. That's www.youtube.com/@afilmbypodcast and sign up. Hit that subscribe button. If you are one of the first 100 subscribers to our new YouTube channel, you will be entered to win a weekend pass to one of several Comic-Cons that we'll be going to next year. So, Amber, we're getting close. Last time I checked, so not too late, listeners. Head there right now, hit the subscribe button, and maybe you'll be joining us at one of the cons that we frequent.
It is a good time. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you, Angela. It was a little bit like herding cats, but as a former elementary school teacher, I was up to the challenge. And all of you listening to the show, following us on social media, and subscribing to our Patreon, we thank you.